Hi Aries, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what your past energy is, then your present, and then your near future. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, thank you. Will you please assist me in getting some energies out here to start with? For Aries, thank you. All right, I hope you're all doing well. Let's get started. Your past energy is Anchor. Card 35, it's a 9 of Swords energy. So like feeling as though things are not stable and, you know, stressed out. With 35 being 8, it's about abundance. Doesn't necessarily mean money. Okay. Present day is 27, that's a 9, and that's something's ending with magnifying glass. Okay, I'll read those in a moment. And the near future, please, Archangel Michael. We have 6, clouds with the King of Wands. Thoughts, problems, doubts, hesitation, beyond view, and so forth. I'll read that again in a moment. I had that yesterday, actually. It was in this position, if I do recall. So maybe whoever I had it for yesterday, it was it would have been Aries or it would have been Aquarius or Pisces, whichever one. That maybe you have Aries as well, maybe Aries is your sun sign, but maybe Pisces, if it's Pisces, is like your moon sign or something. So you got the sun, moon, Venus, and rising planets, zodiac signs to align to those particular placements on your birth chart. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus positions in your birth chart. Okay, so you can always watch those reading as well, just to get more overall information about what's going on in the very near future for you. Okay, so Aries, we have got Anchor in your past, whether it's a near or far energy. It's stable, it's enduring, it's solid, it's steady, it's restraining, it's secure, it's persevering, it's willpower, it's long-lasting, it persists, it's advantageous, and it's fortitude. Okay, 9 of Swords. It may be that things weren't as steady and stable and enduring and long-lasting or secure or advantageous to you. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so the present day energy is magnifying glass. Get more info, clarity, very important details, do research, documents, examine the fine print, and larger than life energy. Wow. And the near future is clouds. Thoughts, problems, doubts, hesitation, beyond your view, unclear to you, confusing maybe, indecisiveness, and misunderstandings. The King of Wands energy, to do something, right? King of Wands, take charge, take control, doing something. All right, 9 of Swords is sleeping. Well, not really sleeping. Not feeling that you're secure. You know, when it's a 9 of Swords, you don't feel as though you're anchored. It may be trying to find the bottom for that security to grab onto something, right? But it's falling a little short, possibly. And it could be like your finances, for example, could be falling a little short for you to feel like you're safe. You know, that you have a safety net when it comes to finances, investment, retirement, whatever it is for you. Or it could be a relationship that you may be feeling you're falling short on, or someone is falling short. You know, not rising to the occasion. All right, let's find out Archangel Michael, past energy from the Lenormand, please. That's my cat singing a tune. We have a long road, number 35, 2 35s now. Isn't that interesting? I mean, does that happen every day, right? 2 35s, that's about abundance. Again, prosperity and abundance, you know, because 8 is all about, the number 8 is all about abundance. Wow, long road. Long road. Now, if you persevere and you persist, like these trees, right? It's like you're going to be, these people are walking a path where these trees line on both sides. So they have a lot of protection on their long journey to walk that path from the elements, right? So they're protected. Their well-being is protected. Your finances are protected. As long as you persist with your willpower. See, you stable, enduring, solid, steady, restrained, secure, persevere, willpower, long-lasting, long road, a long road, long-lasting, persist, and it's advantageous and it's fortuitous to you. All right, present day energy. Oh my God, 27. I was just going to say, I wonder if he'll get 27. There it is, 27, unexpected money. So get more information, clarity. This is the magnifying glass. It's very important. Look at the very important details. Do research documents. Examine the fine print and larger than life. So unexpected money, you're possibly going to be looking at it and going, wait a minute. This is great, but is someone going to want it back? You know, like when you win money, or what is it? You get something in the mail that says you have already been pre-qualified for, and $25,000, and the first $5,000 is a gift from us. Well, yes, it's a gift, but how? You know, nothing's free, right? They say nothing's free except for maybe the air you breathe, and is that really free too? So we question whether or not how is it that they can give you the first 5,000 free? There's got to be a chain attached to that, you know, that they're going to call it in at some point. Okay, so near future, 30. That's a 6. Okay, so legal matters. Wow, legal matters. Oh my God. 30. So 3 is communication. 27 is 9. 9. That's 27 has to do with an ending. So it would be an ending to financial matters that you're considering right now in the present day. Unexpected money might be coming as a result of something coming to an end. And like, for example, if the company that you work for is going under and they give out severance pay, you didn't expect that, to all the employees, or at least ones that were on a salary or something like that, right? Severance pay. It could be that somebody, you know, passes away, right? That leaves you inheritance that you never thought you would get an inheritance from. Unexpected. It could be a bonus from work, where the company did so well that they're giving all their long-term employees that have been around for at least 3 years, if that's long-term, but 3 years and more, you're going to get a bonus, like a 1% bonus off the profit they made. It could be that you know your parents or your family of some kind said, we know you're starting up something, or you just got started, you came out of college and now you're getting started in your you know, your independent life of having to have a place to live, a job, and all that sort of stuff, right? And they hand you $5,000 or $10,000 and say, take this and use this as you may or as you need to. Just unexpected money that you did not have to earn, as far as what I can understand. Let's say, now a bonus or severance pay, you could argue that that's something that you earned, but in the sense you didn't either. What is this? This is under the roses. No, it's not under the roses. That's why. Okay, never mind. It's the Kipper. So 27, unexpected income. Here we see the significator giving a coin to, yeah, well, that's not happening in this card. Literally, it's a small sum from an unexpected source. For example, a surprise work bonus, a small billing error you fix, a reduction in your gas bill, a bonus cell phone minutes. So it may not be actual money, it could be bonus cell phone minutes. Not as large as the amount in sudden wealth, card 11. The unexpectedness leads to a notion of suddenly, swiftly, and surprisingly. All right, so something lucky occurs around everyday financial activities, such as a raise or unexpected money from work or investments. Traditionally, this is also the card for formal contracts requiring a signature. This card signals a sudden, unexpected change and improvement. This can concern many aspects of life, including an unexpected message in love matters or an invitation or a message. It may also describe a promotion or unexpected recognition. So again, it's not about money. It's not just about money. It could be about recognition, promotion, or anything else like that. Yeah, like cell phone minutes. And of course, this card predicts improvements in money matters, an unexpected gratification or award. Yeah, it could be an award as well. So let's just have a look here then. Well, let's pull out the major arcana, Archangel Michael, if you will, please. This one, okay. The High Priestess. Very interesting. Card 11. No, number 2. Pardon me. Podenko, mind and heart in harmony with intuition. Trust your heart and all will be good. Duality and plurality of creation. We co-create. We're just not creating on our own. We co-create with the divine, right? To manifest. All right, let's get clarification for the High Priestess. Looking closely, we have 6 of Cups, something from the past that you've known about, and that it was something that you intuited would happen. You just knew it was going to happen. Kind of like a premonition in a sense, future telling. Or fortune telling, yeah. But it was like in the past you knew something was coming. You could maybe not have put your finger on it, but you knew something was going to happen. Very good. So stability, and let's find out from Tarot some more information. Archangel Michael for Aries. Let's start with the first card. The Elder of Water with it is the King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups. 10 of Fire, 10 of Wands, that's heavy burden. Pressure. Expectations. Yours or others. 2 of Air, that's sitting on the fence, not wanting to make a decision, but must. The divine says you must. 7 of Fire is the 7 of Wands. That goes with the unexpected money. The Elder of Air is the King of Swords. Ooh, okay, clouds, King of Swords, legal matters, King of Swords, and Elf. Holy cow, we got 3 kings out here with that king that is right here, the King of Swords. No, King of Wands. Here's the King of Wands right here, the Elder of Fire with the legal matters. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Death card. We've got the Queen of Cups. We'll bring her out if we need to. She'll be right over here on the peripheral. So we have here, Aries, that there has not been there's been a tumultuous type of relationship experience to your money or to your love. Some is going to be love, some is going to be money. Yeah. Some of it's going to be money for some Aries, and some of it's going to be love, because this is abundance. 35 is abundance, and abundance could be abundance of love, abundance of wealth or money, finances. Okay, so what we have here is we've got a King of Cups as an anchor. Somebody you found, King of Cups. Okay, is this Aries, or is this someone that has become an anchor for them, for Aries? We have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. And the Five of Coins. All right. So this is you. You're the King of Cups, Aries. Whether you're a woman or man, you're a King of Cups in the King of Cups energy, where you are had deep loving feelings for someone, or your money, deep loving feelings, but you were possibly not giving up the goods about it to your person, or they just felt like you were too that you were too emotionally detached from them. But the King of Cups is in like a balanced energy, because they're a king after all, but because it's cups, it's motions. So they have their emotions under control. They're not all over the place. Like, they don't get wildly excited, they don't get wildly crazy mad, angry. Okay, Archangel Michael, stable, enduring, solid, steady, restraining, secure, persevere, willpower, long-lasting, persist, advantage. Well, okay, so Archangel Michael, where is this going? Where is the King of Cups going? What's the King of Cups doing? What is the King of Cups thinking? What's the King of Cups thinking? Ace of Wands. King of Cups is thinking Ace of Wands. What else is the King of Cups thinking? The Fool. Taking a risk, like having a new beginning. Ace of Wands is also a new beginning. A passionate new beginning. Pulling up anchor from something that threw you into some emotional turmoil. With the Nine of Wands, something that you have been battling for a period of time and feeling like you haven't been getting anywhere, and rather being left out in the cold kind of thing. And you just want to be able to pull up your anchor and head on out. You want to pull up your anchor and drop the burdens of your past. This is your past, right? It was very, very, it was cumbersome and it was confusing, but it was also extremely overwhelming, even maybe painful, emotionally painful. But you had put your anchor down into something, a relationship. It could even be like the investment, you know, an investment or a career that you're in, company that you're in, working for. And things are not as good as they once were with the Nine of Wands and the Five of Coins. You're feeling as though you're being pushed out of an investment because the investment's not doing well, but it had been for a while. Pushed out of an investment, pushed out of a company that because they needed to downsize or close, or maybe they needed to just let go of so many, well, that's downsizing, right? So, you know, laying off or firing people with severance pay. And in a relationship, it's just that, you know, the relationship felt stable and secure for however long, and then suddenly or over time, it slowly became deteriorated. And now you're looking for a fresh new start by putting down your burdens. You have already said that it's time for me to go a new way, right? To make some different decisions, make different choices in my life. And realizing it's going to be a long road, but at the same time, it's a long road back to being able to find that kind of security, that stability, that security, stability, and advantages that you had with the person, the King, you're the King of Cups, with the person that you were with in a relationship. The kind of relationship you had, you might be feeling as though it's not going to come easy again with someone else, because, you know, you might have your walls up, so you won't be as stable as you were before in the past. And if it's finances, it's you might have lost money, and so you're going to have to, you know, pick up the momentum again and start rebuilding your financial portfolio, right? In whatever way you do that. And if it's work, it'd be like, you know, if you put a lot of years into one company and now suddenly you got to look for another to work somewhere else, you're starting at ground zero. The Fool, right? Starting at ground zero, and then, you know, you'd have to build up the years again to be able to have that kind of seniority or kind of pay that you were used to having. So it's something like you've got to start looking at things, doing your research or due diligence. If it's coming to who you're going to settle in with again, it's possible that there's somebody on your mind, but nothing has materialized between the two of you relationship wise, or there's no one yet. But the unexpected money here would come from the divorce or the separation between you and the other person in the past. That would come in some way that you didn't expect. Maybe they had some kind of maybe they got an inheritance, and it was after, or it was before the two of you got together, or like literally within days or weeks since the two of you got together, that somehow your lawyer was able to access and say, hey, she or he, whoever the King of Cups is to you, Aries, you're either a woman or a man as the King of Cups, she or he deserves to have 50% of that, you know. So that be something unexpected to you. Or they had to cash out a bunch of mutual funds, investments, whatever kind of investments they might have, stocks, you know, to sell stocks off, and that'll be unexpected income for you. So if it's a relationship, it would be that. So if it was work, it would be that you got a severance pay or something. But some kind of unexpected money, unexpected gain, some kind of gain anyways. That this estrangement from whatever it is, whether it's a job, a relationship, or your finances, you've seen it coming. It was like written on the walls. It was going on for a while. With the High Priestess, you intuited that this was not going to be a lifer. It was not going to be a lifer, but there were no signs of it convincing you otherwise, that it wouldn't be a lifer, that it would be a life longer. You know, the relationship, the work where you work, staying at that company, or your investments, that there was no actual signs that things were going to go south in your situation. But it was like a niggling feeling in your gut that you just didn't feel quite as secure in it as you thought you were. So things were kind of falling short, and not for you. It felt like things were falling. Something is not as good as it seems to be. Something's not as good as it seems to be. So in other words, the anchor, if you try to drop it, you're too far. You don't have enough chain, whatever, and it doesn't grab the bottom. So you've got to get to a little bit, because of the length of your anchor chain, you've got to get to a little bit shallower waters in order to find that security. So yeah, so it's about this year is like this. It's come along. You're experiencing the after effects of it right now, and it's like you are possibly in shock or angry, but not wanting to, like right now at this point in time, you're not interested in making any kind of decisions about your love life, any kind of decisions about where you'll work next, any kind of decisions about where you put your money, until you have some time to look into it, which would be for job searching, networking, talking to people. And you're just maybe not feeling it right now. Maybe you're on unemployment insurance right now. In a relationship, of course, if there's anybody that could be on your radar at all, you're just not interested. And it could be nobody's on your radar, and you're just not interested right now. You need some like downtime from adding someone else or something else into your life right now. And so your boundaries are up, your walls are up. As long as these are healthy boundaries, right, it's all good. From what I see is, though, it's possible that you are maybe putting up some defenses, in the sense that you may need to hire a lawyer, a defense lawyer, or a divorce lawyer. It could be a legal matter too, if you're trying to get a severance pay from the company, because that was part of the deal, that when you signed on as an employee, that if such and such ever happened, in the fine print, right, in your agreement, your employment agreement, such and such ever happened, the company, you would be provided a percentage of severance pay. And or it's like you're working at a company and they're supposed to provide their long-term employees 3 years or more a 1% bonus, irregardless of how well the company's doing. And they had a few years they're doing well, and nothing came. So you're doing your due diligence, your research, investigating this, possibly hiring someone to help you do that, investigating it to find out that you're due some money. That you have to be careful about how you're going about it, right? Because your employer's not going to be happy about it, and they're going to maybe make your life work, your work life difficult after this point. But whatever it is for you, it's like you need to put up some defenses, because things don't feel too secure right now for you. They just don't. You're still kind of dealing with the aftermath of this, whatever this was. It caused you a great deal of pressure, stress, burdens, right? More than maybe you felt overwhelmed with it, and it's just been feeling like it's a long road to find any kind of release, right? But in a sense, you are releasing something, because you're releasing this here, and you're releasing the burdens of having been in a situation with your employer, with your finances, with your relationship. So now it's like it's research time. It's just focus time, really. It's focus time. Let's get focused. Let's find out what I need to know, because I need to rebuild. I have to rebuild, because I have, maybe you lost some money, or just lost the relationship. You lost the job, possibly. You lost some finances through investments that went sour, stocks, and maybe you own some other properties and as to be a landlord. Investment properties in a new law or new city ordinance came around. You had to improve the property, and instead of putting out the money to improve something that in your mind really wasn't worth it, you had to let it go. You sold it, and you sold it for a great loss. So stuff like that, right? So anyways, some boundaries, some laws, some rules, something you had to defend yourself with, the Seven of Wands. Because things are not clear how things are going to work out for you in the near future. This is the past, the near future. In the near future, things are not too clear. And so you have your doubts, and you have a problem with being able to see past this and know that things are going to be okay. So then you need to have somebody in your corner. In your corner, you need to have someone in your corner, and that's like the King of Swords, who is going to help you through with your legal matters, help you find some clarity in this, to be able to, I want to look at the legal matters here, because there may be more than just the fact that you're going to go to court. Adjudication. This is a neutral to somewhat challenging card. Literally, this card stands for minor government officials, bureaucrats, clerks, school boards, zoning boards, and other types of boards, or professional advisors. Professional advisor is like but that goes with this card. This one goes with that card. So it could be somebody who is teaming up with your King of Swords here, the King of Wands. It says his decision could result in a fine or a fee, a permit issued or denied, the need to file, serve, or be served documents, or it could be the finalization of a small family matter. He'll explain the process, from which comes a sense also a process server, therapist, arbitrator, or a negotiator. This card represents someone you go to for the resolution of a disagreement or problem. It might be a judge, a mediator, a lawyer, doctor, or counselor. Yeah, it could be like the judge, the lawyer, and the judge, or some kind of mediator, somebody else, a professional of some kind. That is, you're all on the same level. You're all kings. You're the King of Cups. They're the King of Swords, the King of Air. So you're going to be able to work with these people, these professionals, to help you through, to see your way through to gaining your independence. Your independence, Nine of Pentacles, your independence means you're standing on solid ground. Secure and safe solid ground. So you're going to be able to get past the uncertainties about the situation you're in or need to face from the past, that you're kind of like you're sitting in neutral land right now. You're checking out, maybe talking to people about who would be the best lawyer in town for this, or talk to people about how does the judicial system work. Elder of the King of Wands, be like a judge, you know. So it's somebody who's going to, they're leader, they're leading. This one leads with the truth. This one leads with making decisions. King of Wands, making decisions. So this goes with the clouds, and this goes with the legal matters. Somebody is going to be helping you to clear the clouds, to find some clarity, because right now you're not too certain which way your future is going. Things don't look too bright for you right now. Definitely are not clear for you. So it could be overwhelming and confusing to you right now, because you may be dealing with something you've never had to deal with before. But stand on the higher ground, you know. Remain in a position of, I may be upset, I may be mad, I may be angry, I may be, you know, betrayed, but I've got to stand the higher ground. Otherwise, the demons will get me, you know, right here, right? Because they're below you. I stay on higher ground with my thoughts and my behaviors, right? The things that you're going to say, think, say, and do. It's going to be, the lawyer is going to advise you, or the professional is going to advise you to make sure that whatever you decide to do is going to bring about the results that you really want to experience in your life. Okay? So that is, whoever this is to you, they're going to give you that advice. That's a sword. Advice. And this one's going to help you out in some way. If it's not a judge, they're going to help you out in some way so that you can gain your independence again. Okay, so independence, if you're working at a company, if you're going to court over not getting paid a bonus when you felt you deserved to have a bonus, you know, they're going to help you do that. If it's getting a severance pay, you know, going after the company about getting your severance pay, maybe they say they're going to give it to you, but it's taking forever. It's like red tape. And so someone's going to help you with, you know, navigating through that. But this is like, you want to get on with your life. You want to be able to be happy and feel passionate about your life, what you're going to be doing in the future. You want to be able to have a brand new start. You know, take a leap of faith and have a brand new start going towards your independence. So you're not in any hurry right now to be in another romantic relationship. So you're going to take your time. So it's possible that you've got money that's going to help you be able to just sit still for a bit. Not necessarily sit still completely, where you could use the phone and start talking to your people about who is a good lawyer, who's, you know, this and that, or who's a good person to get some advice from, or who can help me with my situation, whatever it is. But you're going to build you build some healthy boundaries, which are the standing on higher ground, you know, than the ones below that are trying to poke at you. And then you're going to find the clarity, because of, you know, you're standing on higher ground. You stay on higher ground the whole time you're operating operating towards, moving towards your independence. You will start seeing the sun peeking through the clouds, right? Because you're on higher ground. The clarity is going to come, in other words. And you'll understand more. You'll start to see what you need to know, what you need to do. But first of all, you got to take the blindfold off and stop protecting yourself in a sense that you just don't want to know. In other words, you don't want to do anything because you still got your emotions to deal with. So get your emotions dealt with. King of Cups, get your emotions dealt with. Get yourself back on stable ground with your emotions again. Taking the blindfold off and seeing your way forward. So to the Nine of Pentacles energy, where with this money it helped you, but it's going to continue to help you, and it's going to get you the justice that you deserve right here. And you're going to be feeling pretty good about that, moving forward in the Nine of Pentacles energy. The Five of Swords energy is that you're just doing whatever it is you got to do, even if it's to like yell out, holler out to the bats or the dragons. Dragons, I need you over here. Dragons, come, I'm calling you. But you're going to do whatever you need to do in order for you to avoid, threatening your independence. And remember, stay on higher ground. That way you're not, this is like, this is a sabotaging energy card, but it could be like you're self-sabotaging yourself. You not necessarily need to be sabotaging someone else. So you got to make sure you're not going to sabotage yourself, that you're going to call on the strength and the power and the fire of the dragons, right? Are they one of the most powerful I guess animals or mammals that fly, right? Yeah. So the Seven of Pentacles is you're going to be able to see how your destiny is paying off. How your plans and your strategy, especially if you stand on higher ground, continue to stand on higher ground through this. That, and using your intuition, because you're a high priestess after all, use your intuition to feel your way through what it needs to be done in the right time. And you're going to be able to look back at this and say, I had everything I needed and I'm just going to get more. I had everything I needed and I'm going to get more. This is nostalgia to the sense that you're saying, I have a lot. I walked away with a lot, which was unexpected. Walked away with a lot, and or I got what I deserved, after going after the company for severance or whatever it is. Starting, you be researching different investment managers and what they hold for investments to find out where you could put your money now, in a way that it's going to help you compound and grow faster, because it's otherwise, it's a long road back to recouping what you lost. So, but in any case, you have come away with a lot, and there's just more to get, more to gain, because this is Seven of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Pentacles is working hard towards that. And then there's the Nine of Pentacles. So you're already gaining momentum it's going to cost you some, it's going to cost you a lot or a bit to get to get yourself back on the road again. Financially, after the loss, after being, let go, company shut down, you got severance pay, but you had to maybe go after them for that, or bonus pay if you're still working. The relationship that you lost that income from having a partner in your life to help pay for your house and whatever, your house, food and clothes and whatever, right? So you are going to lose some at first. You're going to lose some at first, but you're going to gain it back. Okay, so you're looking at that and saying, I had a lot. I had a lot. I'm going to look in the past. I've had a lot. I've done a lot, or I've sown a lot of seeds. Okay, I had harvested a great bit, but some of it had to go. I had to harvest more than I wanted to, maybe at first, but I'm going to get it back and then some. With the death and transformation, major death and transformation. So there is the light at the end of the tunnel right here with the death card, because the divine brings that in and says, you stay on higher ground, have your healthy boundaries in place of what you will pursue and what you feel is not for you. Don't do it. You're just going to have your what I accept and what I won't accept kind of list. For your lawyers or for people that are going to help you, especially even if you're looking at employment with people who interview you, You may come away from the interview and say, oh yeah, that was pretty good, but I would be expected to do this, and I don't want to do that. I've never wanted to do that, so I'm definitely not doing that with that employer. So nix that one off the list, kind of thing, right? So yeah, you are going to need to get off the fence at some point presently to start doing your due diligence, your research, to find out how you can recoup yourself in however way it is that you need to. And using your intuition, you're going to remain on higher ground so that you can find the clarity you need to continue moving, pushing forward, and gain your independence back. Well, I mean, if you had independence at one time, even if you were in a relationship, but to gain your independence from a relationship, definitely. Okay, and you're going to do whatever you need to do. You're going to call on those dragons in the sky, and they're going to take care of those obstacles and challenges for you at your command. Okay, this one from higher ground, at that command as a high priestess. Okay, and then you're going to see a whole lot of changes that you're going to look back like this. You're going to look back and say, hey, my life is a lot different than it was, and it's because I did something about it. I didn't let life get me down and sat there and then licked my wounds, kind of thing. I actually finally got myself off the fence and took action, right? And that looks good to me. I don't know about you guys, Aries, but that looks good to me. So best of luck with that, and we'll get with you again. Bye for now.